Metta World Peace, formerly known as Ron Artest, is a name that conjures both admiration and controversy. He was a defensive powerhouse, a crucial player for the Los Angeles Lakers 2010 championship team, and a man who changed his name to promote peace. But behind the accolades and name change lies a career marred by one of the most infamous brawls in NBA history, numerous on-court altercations, and a personal journey filled with struggles and redemption.
Ben to the rack, lays it up, no, but we do have a whistle and a foul. Ben just went after Artest.
Ron Artest was drafted 16th overall by the Chicago Bulls in the 1999 NBA draft. Known for his tenacious defense, Artest quickly made a name for himself with his aggressive play. His rookie season saw him averaging 12 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game, showing promise as a formidable defender and a capable scorer. But even early on, his fierce competitiveness often bordered on uncontrolled aggression. In 2002, Ron Artest was traded to the Indiana Pacers, a move that would see his defensive prowess reach new heights. The Pacers, under head coach Rick Carlisle, were a team built on toughness and defense, making Artest a perfect fit. He quickly became the defensive anchor, earning the NBA Defensive Player of the Year honors in 2004. Artest's aggressive style of play was both a boon and a bane. It made him one of the league's top defenders, but also a magnet for controversy. The early 2000s were marked by a fierce rivalry between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons. Both teams were vying for supremacy in the Eastern Conference, each boasting physical, defensive-minded rosters. The Pistons, known for their bad boys legacy, embodied a gritty and hard-nosed playing style. The Pacers, with players like Jermaine O'Neal and Steven Jackson alongside Artest, matched that intensity. This rivalry came to a head on November 19, 2004, in what would become one of the darkest nights in NBA history, the Malice at the Palace. The game, held at the Palace of Auburn Hills in Detroit, was supposed to be a regular season matchup, but quickly turned volatile. The Pacers were leading comfortably when, with just 45.9 seconds remaining, a hard foul by Artest on Ben Wallace sparked a confrontation. Wallace, known for his imposing presence, retaliated by shoving Artest, leading to a brief on-court skirmish that seemed to be settling down. However, Artest, known for his erratic behavior, laid down on the scorer's table in an attempt to cool off. This act of nonchalance in such a heated moment only served to agitate the situation. Then, a fan in the stands threw a cup of beer that hit Artest. In an instant, Artest charged into the crowd, targeting the wrong fan and igniting a full-scale brawl between the players and spectators. Teammates Steven Jackson and Jermaine O'Neal followed Artest into the stands, escalating the chaos. The scene was chaotic. Punches were thrown, fans were involved, and security struggled to regain control. The game was called off and the incident became the top news story, overshadowing all other sports events. The aftermath of the Malice at the Palace was severe and unprecedented. The NBA handed out significant suspensions. Artest was suspended for the remainder of the season, a total of 86 games, including the playoffs. The longest suspension for an on-court incident in NBA history. Steven Jackson received a 30-game suspension and Jermaine O'Neal was initially suspended for 25 games, later reduced to 15 on appeal. The incident also resulted in various legal actions and a public relations crisis for the NBA, which had to address concerns about player behavior and fan safety. For Artest, the repercussions were particularly devastating. The suspension cost him not only playing time, but also millions of dollars in salary and endorsements. The Pacers, who had one of the strongest teams in the league, saw their championship aspirations crumble. Before the incident, they were legitimate contenders.
Had some time, but couldn't gather the ball in with that bad thumb. Artest, and he rifles one in.
But the suspension and ensuing instability derailed their season and long-term plans. The brawl highlighted the volatile side of Artest's personality and raised serious questions about his self-control and sportsmanship. It cast a long shadow over his career, transforming him from a respected defensive stalwart to a symbol of NBA chaos and thuggery. The incident forever tainted his legacy, overshadowing his on-court achievements and potential. Had the Malice at the Palace not occurred, Artest's career trajectory might have been markedly different. The Pacers could have contended for the NBA championship, potentially altering the power dynamics of the Eastern Conference. Artest himself might have continued to evolve as one of the league's premier defenders, possibly leading to more accolades and a more positive public image. Instead, the incident became a defining moment, serving as both a cautionary tale and a pivotal point in Artest's life. It's a stark reminder of how a single moment of lost control can have long-lasting repercussions, altering not just the course of a game, but the trajectory of careers and legacies. After serving his suspension, Artest's career continued with the Sacramento Kings and later the Houston Rockets, where he was known for his defensive prowess and occasional offensive bursts. In 2009, he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, joining forces with Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol.
Artest, that's a three. Bang!
Artest played a pivotal role in the Lakers' 2010 NBA championship victory. Known for his defensive tenacity, he frequently guarded the opposing team's best player, making key stops throughout the playoffs. In the crucial Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics, Artest scored 20 points and hit a memorable three-pointer with just a minute left, stealing the victory from the Lakers. His contributions were not just in scoring, but also in the intangibles, like defense and hustle plays. During the 2009-2010 season, Artest averaged 11 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.4 steals per game, showcasing his all-around game. Teammates like Kobe Bryant praised Artest for his toughness and defensive acumen. Bryant once said, "He's the only guy in the league that's not afraid of anything. I love that about him." This praise highlights Artest's integral role in the Lakers' championship run, cementing his place in NBA history. Artest's career was punctuated by controversies beyond the Malice at the Palace. Known for his aggressive play, he was involved in multiple on-court altercations resulting in suspensions and fines. His physical style often crossed the line, earning him a reputation as one of the NBA's most feared and controversial players. One of the earliest incidents was in 2003 when Artest, then with the Indiana Pacers, was suspended for 3 games for shoving Miami Heat head coach Pat Riley during a game. This altercation highlighted his willingness to confront not just players, but also coaching staff. In 2004, before the infamous brawl in Detroit, Artest was suspended for 2 games for smashing a television camera in Madison Square Garden. The incident occurred after a loss to the New York Knicks, where Artest's frustration boiled over, leading to the destruction of property.
For throwing the monitor right there.
That's just immaturity. And then he hits the cameraman. That's...
Another notable incident came in 2006 while Artest was playing for the Sacramento Kings. He received a 1-game suspension for his role in an altercation with the Portland Trail Blazers. During the game, Artest elbowed Portland's small forward Brandon Roy in the face, resulting in a scuffle that had to be broken up by the referees and teammates. In 2012, he was involved in another high-profile incident during a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. After scoring a basket, World Peace celebrated by pounding his chest and then, unexpectedly, delivered a vicious elbow to the head of James Harden. The blow left Harden with a concussion and resulted in World Peace receiving a 7-game suspension. This incident was a stark reminder of Artest's aggressive and often reckless playing style. Artest's physicality wasn't just limited to elbows and shoves. He was known for his intense defense, which often involved holding, grabbing, and excessive physical contact. This style of play led to frequent technical fouls and ejections, further cementing his reputation as an enforcer who played on the edge. Off the court, Artest struggled significantly with mental health issues, openly discussing his battles with anxiety and depression. Growing up in the Queensbridge projects in New York, Artest was exposed to violence and instability from a young age, which contributed to his emotional struggles. In his 2010 interview following the Lakers' championship win, Artest famously thanked his psychiatrist, Dr. Shanthi Piriyasamy, highlighting the critical role mental health support played in his life. One specific instance that underscored his struggles was in 2003 when Artest admitted to drinking Hennessy during the halftime of games while he was with the Chicago Bulls, a clear indication of his attempt to self-medicate his anxiety.
I used to have gallons of Hennessy. Every 2 days we finish a gallon of Hennessy.
Additionally, his public admission of having been in therapy for over a decade helped to destigmatize mental health in professional sports. In 2011, Artest changed his name to Metta World Peace, a symbolic gesture to promote peace and positivity. While some saw it as a superficial attempt to mask his troubled past, it marked a genuine effort by Artest to reinvent himself and advocate for mental health awareness. He used his platform to raise awareness about mental health, even auctioning off his 2010 championship ring to support mental health charities. After retiring from the NBA, Metta World Peace remained in the public eye through reality TV appearances on shows like Dancing with the Stars and Big Brother. He continued to advocate for mental health awareness, leveraging his platform to support various charities and initiatives. His post-NBA endeavors showcased a man attempting to balance his legacy as a fierce competitor with his desire to promote peace and well-being. While his career will always be remembered for its controversies, it also stands as a testament to personal growth and redemption. Metta World Peace's legacy is a complex tapestry of extraordinary talent, fierce competitiveness, and a string of controversies that often overshadowed his achievements. From the Malice at the Palace to his name change and advocacy for mental health, his story is one of contrasts and contradictions. Is Metta World Peace a name we should celebrate or caution against? Perhaps, like his career, the answer lies somewhere in between. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.